Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
It's Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for some UPSL Georgia Premier Division action here in the fall season of 2023. Week 12, we have Kalonji Pro-Profile versus UMA FC, and it's next.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures!
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome everyone here to Charlie Jordan Field, Shiloh Stadium here in Snellville, Georgia for this production of UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar, and thank you everyone for attending here on this Veterans Day. Thank you to all of those that have served and are still serving for us in the armed services. We have an interesting one for us today, Dre. Two teams that are in the playoffs, but in two separate paths in the playoffs.
That is so true, Larry. I think UMA has been the real surprise here with a slow start to the season that they did have. They've really come on strong now. Now they've gotten some key players back from the college season to bolster their team as they try to solidify that playoff place, whereas Kalonji is another team that is year by year, season by season in the playoffs, but struggled a little bit this season, a little bit lower down than we would have expected. But they're well solid and confirmed for the playoffs.
When we look at the table, you can see that UMA FC, they're sitting in that final 7th spot. They stepped over Atlanta City just a few weeks ago. You got Kalonji Pro-Profile falling down just a little bit in the set up over that loss on Wednesday night to Potros 2-1, but they're still sitting in 5th place. 7 top seeds go to the playoffs. First seed gets a bye, and we're getting underway here at Charlie Jordan Field, and it's going to be UMA that's going to get us started in their red tops and blue shorts. They're moving from left to right. Kalonji Pro-Profile in that bronze and black kit that they use from time to time. And that ball is going to get knocked out for a throw for Kalonji. UMA came in today with a 4-2-3-1 lineup. Kalonji Pro-Profile in their traditional 4-3-3 lineup. We'll be talking about the playoffs all through this afternoon because it's a little bit interesting this time around, Dre, where as we stand right now, we have 11 teams that have a possibility of making to the playoffs. Only 2 teams are secure as we stand right now.
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been so evenly matched this season, and we knew it was going to be very competitive in the Premier Division from top to bottom, and it's proven so. And so, yeah, these last 2 match weekends are going to be interesting to see how that goes out, because 7 of those 11 are going to make it.
Great sliding challenge there by Bolding, number 6 for UMA, to clear that out for a throw. This is one of the things that UMA is going to be having to handle, is going to be these long movements up the flanks for Kalonji. They're going to look for those through balls to send their wingers down those sidelines. Headed forward, but right into the grasp of the keeper for UMA, Ethan. And you kind of alluded to it earlier, Dre. Coach Andrew for UMA, he started out this season without his star players. They were off into college responsibilities, so he had to rely on his U19 academy to get him through those first few weeks, and he started off really with a tough ask because they had to play Atlanta United and Dalton United right off the gun.
That's the impressive thing about it, Larry. I mean, they had essentially an Academy U19 team starting the season against the top 2 teams in the Premier Division, and they showed well for themselves. You know, they didn't win either one of those games, but they showed up to compete. And I think that served them really well for this season, to where they're now in playoff places in their first season in the Premier. So this will be an interesting, not only an interesting game, but an interesting last couple of weekends for them as they try to confirm that.
It's a little bit of an interesting lineup for UMA today because they are not starting with the 2 men that really shined for them last match, Holstrom and Tony Kim, both of them not on the roster today.
Yeah, Tony Kim, one of the premier players in the Premier Division this season. He's shown himself to be quality, even though he spent most of the time away from the team.
That one just gets kind of lashed out. It'll be a goal kick for UMA. Like we said on Wednesday night, we brought you from Shiloh Stadium here. Potros taking on Kalonji Pro-Profile, and Potros coming out with the victory 2-1. That was a really interesting match.
Yeah, a lot of, you know, Larry, a lot of what we see out of Kalonji as they look to retrieve this ball, no ball boys here, unfortunately, is, you know, you never know from week to week which team that is Kalonji going to put out. And, you know, this weekend is the same thing. So at kickoff is when you find out about them. And that inconsistency, I think, has affected them in a negative way this season, because the quality of opposition really can take advantage of that. You don't have a settled 11. And, you know, as you approach these games, it can hurt you in the long run. So it'll be interesting to see how these teams approach this game as we get further into this first half and see who can settle first.
We have several different faces out there today for Kalonji, including the keeper. Henry is not in the starting 11 today.
And they may not have known that until, you know, the players started to arrive at the game today. So it's a little bit disjointed. We've said before how Kalonji will play, you know, basically is very talented individuals. You know, they have talent at every position, but their team play is lacking. And teams like UMA and we've seen Potros can get results against these guys because, you know, maybe not as talented as Kalonji, but team-wise, they're very tight and organized. And that can hurt a team like Kalonji in the long run.
UMA coming all the way up 75 from LaGrange, Georgia. About a 2-hour plus trip up here to Snellville, Georgia for this match. Had a fantastic match last week, 5-2 victory in that LaGrange Derby over Legends FC.
Yeah, it's a very entertaining team to watch too, UMA. They've shown themselves to be a good team, a very entertaining skill set to observe.
And one of the things to keep in mind is the fact that this is the last match for UMA this season. Kalonji Pro-Profile still has 3 more games in hand.
Yeah, they have a back-to-back game next week, Wednesday and Thursday, and then again on the weekend. So yeah, that fixture congestion, which we mentioned last time, can actually hurt. You know, in this case, there's a certain advantage in it because you know what you have to do to challenge for the division and also, you know, solidify your playoff place. But then with so many games in a short period of time, you have to worry about your fitness levels, injuries, and things of that nature. So maybe it's not such a great advantage for them.
Yeah, Kalonji next Wednesday will take on Atlanta United from the Atlanta United training grounds. We will bring you that match.
Boy, I tell you, Atlanta United has hit in stride so far. They have really, the last couple of weeks have been gangbusters in their matches.
And they've really put a stretch out on the goal differential for the league in the last few matches.
Yeah, with successive games where they scored 11 in one game and then 6 the following weekend, it really has made a difference in that goal difference, which is going to be a tiebreaker, which might come into play against Dalton United.
And they'll be Atlanta United tomorrow. Will be playing Vino Tinto Atlanta. One team that also has a mathematical path into. Here's an opportunity for UMA. Able to get around Diaz, tries to take the shot, is Robinson, but not able to get it on. That's a deflection, and that will be a corner for UMA, the first corner of the match here in the 8th minute.
Yeah, good approach play by UMA on that one. First real good chance of the match for either team. And you saw how easy it was for them, or how effective they were in that turning that closing down into an attack.
You see here Robinson, he takes a shot deflected off of Diaz. Follow-up shot, and it gets pulled, but it is deflected out. It'll be a corner.
So Kalonji's going to have an advantage in height in the box in defense.
In swinger in. Headed straight up by Kalonji. And they're able to clear it, but not able to gain possession. It goes back into UMA. Able to switch the field is UMA. That was a great ball. Lifted into the box, controlled, headed, but that's going to be offsides.
Yeah, he was standing in an offside position for that cross.
Like I said, as it stands right now, Atlanta United Academy and Dalton United FC, they are both mathematically guaranteed a playoff berth.
And that's what the neutral fan likes to see, this competitive, you know, part of the UPSL Georgia. Every team has an opportunity. It's down to what they can do on the field.
SSL and Potros FC both sitting at 17 points. Kalonji Pro-Profile with 16 points. Atlanta Rovers 15 points. That's got a bit of an asterisk on it because of that 45 half play with Legends FC from week 1.
And that's going to be a vital result, Larry. You know,
definitely
for both
so.
teams.
And UMA sitting in that 7th spot with 13 points. Here's an attack by Kalonji Pro-Profile. Good cut of the pass there.
UMA well organized there.
Fantastic work by UMA. That one's going to go over. I believe that's DJ Shin. Whitehead going back. Kang on the ball. He sends it long, easily controlled, but right into the path of UMA. Back on the attack, switching play, trying to get it up to Robinson. But here's an opportunity, go over. Just couldn't get the pass to Bolding there.
Important interception.
Cone Park was trying to slide that through to Bolding, and he just wasn't able to do so.
Yeah,
But good press by UMA. That one makes its way through, but nobody there on the attack for Kalonji Pro-Profile. A few names I also don't see out there right now, Dre, is we're not seeing number 7, Anthony Sumo, and we're not seeing number 14, Patrick Okonkwo.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You know, 2 key players for Kalonji not available, probably playing in another competition. These players tend to play in different tournaments and things for Kalonji. But UMA, they're going to be focused on this game, and so far they've looked the better team with their passing and pressing. So it'll be interesting to see if they can sustain that, because even though the top players for Kalonji aren't out there, you still got 11 very talented individuals out there.
Like we said, for Kalonji, next Wednesday, Atlanta United away. Then Thursday, they're away to Legends FC in LaGrange, Georgia. And then their final match will be home to North Georgia United. Last season in the spring, Atlanta United Academy beat Kalonji twice, 6-2. So that is no walk in the park for Kalonji Pro-Profile. 2 teams that know each other so well and have a history.
Yeah, I'm sure Kalonji will want revenge against those results from last season. But, you know, on the evidence that I've seen so far, Atlanta United are going to go into that game, you know, as a favorite. They really have their team together right now, their structure, their coaching. They look pretty much unbeatable at the moment.
Trying to make a thread down that left side and this near side. They're able to do so.
Kept it in.
Shouldered forward. On the near line. Cut off by Kang. Trying to make his way through 3 defenders. Bolding never able to cut off that pass. Now here's a transition. Cone Park really pressured, and he finds his way out against 3 men. He tries to slide it forward, to just not able to do so. He was trying to get that ball up to Cervantes, who had a fantastic game against Legends FC.
Look at how UMA are just hustling with the ball. Whether they're on offense or defense, they are moving and getting themselves in position. They're very organized. That's a testament to the coaching staff.
They're just so disciplined.
Yeah.
They were a real sight to see in the spring when they were down in Division I and just put up unbelievable numbers down there. A little off this season just because they don't have all of their star players yet, but best be known, come next spring when they have their entire squad, they are going to be a sight to watch up here in the Premier Division.
Yeah, and we say that too about them with the let's see, trying to get
long
down this
ball
right
forward
side.
to Bolding. He's not able to get to it, and it's going to be out for a throw.
Yeah, and they haven't had their best, and several teams have had that issue where, you know, they're losing players to college and whatnot. But when you look at the overall performance, though, even with the youth team that they had out there, they performed. They performed against Atlanta United and Dalton. You know, even though they didn't come away with the win, they competed and kept it close. But now they found themselves in a playoff spot and a chance to confirm it. And that's down to a lot of the youth players that put in all the hard work during this season.
And that's one of the conversations we had to start the season. When you talk about Atlanta United Academy, they had so many players that had moved on to college and away from the squad that we weren't sure what we were going to see with them. And they started out the season a little slow, but man, the last few weeks they have really put a number up on the board.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, because we even talked about that in the Center Circle podcast before the season, and we're like, that's the unknown quantity with Atlanta United. Are they going to be able to come back? You know, fairly new coaching and, you know, a whole new crop of players. They started the season 4 points from the first 3 games, and it's like, oh, okay, they're going to struggle this year. But now they find themselves in first place with a superior goal difference over the defending division champions, Dalton United.
Bit of a hospital ball pass there in the midfield causes UMA to lose possession. But they are challenging Kalonji so well that Kalonji is struggling to maintain possession right now here in the 16th minute.
Yeah, right now, Kalonji so far in this game, they've had a lot of possession but have done very little with it. And that's really just down to how the UMA players are just closing them down, especially in that final attacking third when they try to get into that area. And here they come now.
Kalonji trying to find a path.
Oh,
that
he's
mistake
open.
by UMA, and that
yeah.
leads to a Kalonji goal. What a mistake from UMA. They've been doing so well in these first 16 minutes.
What a goal right against the run of play. As we said before, they've done so well in closing down, but a slight mistake, and Kalonji with that experience were able to punish UMA.
You see this ball forward. Both of the defenders step. They thought that they had it, and he's easily able to slot it through for Kalonji Pro-Profile, and it is 1-0 Kalonji.
And that could turn out to be a huge goal because, you know, the way Kalonji, like we've said in previous times, they generally will start out slow, and they steadily can get better as the game goes on.
And there was just a couple of mistakes by UMA that led to that goal. And we were just talking about how disciplined they are. And there's a foul committed. Mary Fernandez, our center official, is going to issue the first piece of plastic.
He's tugging on the shirt there.
I believe for Kalonji, that is Saver that received that yellow. Savory, excuse me.
Well, let's see what UMA how they can respond here in hashtag response time. They have a lot of quality. Let's see if they can do anything, or will Kalonji do the job and prevent them.
Sent into the box, cleared away. Now remember, Kalonji Pro-Profile do not have their typical goalkeeper. Here's an opportunity, had to push that over the bar. He's able to do so, and that is going to be a corner for UMA.
And it's interesting you should say that because the goalkeeper came out there, completely missed that cross that came over, and that could have easily been put away by UMA, but they were not able to take advantage of that, but they do get this corner.
That is where UMA might be able to pull off something special, and this is going to be an in-swinger. Headed straight up into the air, in the box. Right at the top, shot taken, deflected. Again. Cleared out once again. But right back, and that one's going to go out for a throw. Great work there by number 10, Cho, knowing that possession was on their side.
We're almost 20 minutes in. Boy, this has been a very entertaining game already. Oh, couldn't get around that to cross it in, so it's going to go out for a goal kick there. And I believe that's going to be the thing, Larry. I think if we look at this, it's going to have to be here's that chance. He just completely missed that opportunity to do something with the ball there, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big asterisk to watch through the rest of these 90 minutes, is to watch that keeper for Kalonji. They only have one keeper on their roster, that being Henry Platez.
And he's not here.
And he's not here, so they're relying on a field player to be a keeper for today's match. And this is not a team in UMA that's not, unstudied to where they can score. They can score, and they can score a lot.
Yeah, they can be potent if you give them an opportunity, and they might get it today. And so although Kalonji has the lead now, you know, I think UMA are capable of getting back into this game. But again, they're going to have to watch out that counterattack that Kalonji has, and their ability to hold on to the ball, I think, too, is a plus for them in games like this. So it's going to be interesting contrast in styles. UMA, the more disciplined, I think, team.
Long ball, good switch, but he's offsides.
Yep. And Kalonji's going to be, individually speaking, the more talented team. So it's just interesting to see those two types of styles clash. Either one can take the advantage depending on what happens in the game. We saw it here just now with that goal from Kalonji.
And Kalonji Pro-Profile, they have the Golden Boot leader right now, Patrick Okonkwo, with 10 goals.
Yeah, disappointing not to see him here because this would be a great game for him to star in.
While I see a number 14 up there in the striker position and the goal scorer for Kalonji, those boots are not the boots that you would see from Patrick Okonkwo. So that's what tells me we don't have a complete roster for Kalonji. Hopefully we can get something at halftime so I can tell you who it was that scored that goal.
Yeah, I've been told by the staff that we might get a detailed roster so we can see what we've got.
And look at this mistake by the keeper coming all the way out, and it's a possibility. Can he make the shot? Just wasted that opportunity because the keeper was all the way out. But here's a chance. UMA not able to control it, and it goes out for a throw. UMA attacking hard and strong right now.
Two really good opportunities for UMA, and couldn't take advantage of them. But, boy, the goalkeeper coming out like he did, just kind of careless right now.
But coming out like he would as a player, as a field player.
That's probably his instinct.
Good turn by UMA, lifted into the box. It bounces around. Controlled by UMA. Bolding sends it forward. That one's deflected off of Kalonji, excuse me, but right back into Kalonji's possession there. Got a little too excited by UMA trying to send that ball forward and just trying to thread the needle too tightly.
A little bit of desperate defending there from Kalonji.
Kang, he's sending it long, but he has nobody where he was sending it. Kalonji moving down this left side, near side. Good step by DJ Shin, but they lose possession. And a great sliding challenge there for UMA. You see this opportunity a few moments ago from UMA. And this is lifted right into the box, and he just couldn't control it and got cleared out. Live here with Kalonji. That one gets sent out. It'll be a throw. Again for Kalonji. 24 minutes in. Thank you for joining us here on the ASMG YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our content here in the UPSL Georgia Conference.
And look out for some new features from ASMG coming up as the season goes into the playoffs. And the return of also the Center Circle podcast is imminent.
UMA. Cho there. Over to Kang. Going back to Ethan. Over to Shin. Partridge. That ball forward. Here's an opportunity for UMA.
He's got help down the middle.
Hits it, and he just pulls it wide, and it'll go out for a goal kick. That was great work there for UMA. Just didn't get to utilize it because he pulled himself out of position. You can look at this here, Dre. You see.
Yeah.
It just goes so far wide.
Nice if he could have gotten that cross down the middle.
He could have slot that ball over to the oncoming player. That might have been a really good opportunity for them.
Absolutely.
Kalonji with possession. Pressing by 2 players on UMA, a deflection. Now they're back on track. There was a little bit of a tug from the UMA player. Fernandez didn't make the call, but she makes that call there.
Yeah, I think maybe Fernandez was looking to possibly play the advantage because they looked like they were on their way. But unfortunately for Kalonji, they committed another foul.
This one going to be 35 yards out.
This is where you miss Kim.
Yeah, it's just on the left hash of the American football. This is plenty of space to get up and down. Just about being on frame.
And you got a sort of a
3-man wall.
backup goalkeeper in there too. You might be able to take advantage of. Let's see what happens.
4-man wall. Hit long, low. Oh, he's able to get a nice foot save.
Excellent.
Is the keeper. Give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely. That was more difficult than it looks, you know, because, you know, he was probably unsighted as well. So he probably saw that ball come through really late.
You see here on the replay, this one's hit straight and hard on the ground, and he's able to get a foot right at that last second.
Critical save.
UMA, they're going to earn a throw. Long throw. Back into it, but easily controlled by the keeper. These last 5 or 6 minutes, number 11, Caleb Robinson for UMA. He's been a little bit quiet.
Yeah, looks like Mary's going to.
Mary, I believe, is going to have a conversation with.
Is this necklace or?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
I believe there's
some
some jewelry there that needs to get removed.
Yeah.
We are experiencing something that we're not used to having down here in the South. Temperatures for today sitting at 50 degrees with 12-mile-an-hour gust winds. We have had weeks upon weeks of a drought, and the last 36 hours we've had just steady on and off precipitation. Right now it's just a drizzle out there.
Yeah, that's good football weather, Larry.
Indeed it is. Right now you just need some tea and some crumpets and you're
There you go.
across
Meat
the
pie.
pond. Maybe a meat pie.
There you go. Only thing missing here is just some legitimate terraces.
Sent forward by Kalonji, holding up. Good play holding up there
Get the foul
between
there.
the striker and Bolding. Kalonji earned that foul. Sent forward. Across the midfield. Wind and the light misty rain increasing. Here's an opportunity, just kind of swiped at, missed. Coming back to earn possession is UMA. Send it long to Caleb, but he's not able to control it. But they still have control. Cone Park, great little ball over to the streaking player. Foul going for Kalonji.
You may have a really interesting work rate, whether in defense or attack. A lot of energy. Question is, can they maintain that? Because they're going to need to get back in this game.
Good ball over here to this near side. Bit of a bad first touch, but he made it work for himself. Lifted over to Partridge. He lifts it into the box, but there's just no one there, and it's far enough forward. But man, almost made a meal of that was the goalkeeper.
He was trying to wait for it to go out.
He was waiting for it to go out, but you had that attacking player from UMA, and UMA has already got 2 players set up ready to go for substitution.
Is that tactical, Larry? I don't.
That is a very, very good question.
It's an odd time to do a double
It's Caleb
substitution.
Robinson that's coming off, and it's Bolding that's coming off. I'll tell you who is replacing them in 1 second. I can tell you that number 29, Tony Kim, is one of the players that replaced, that's who replaced Robinson on the top.
I wonder if Coach Andrew was going to try to save him for the second half. Oh, he's got
Here's an
turned
opportunity, and that one's up and over the bar.
Couldn't keep it down, boy. He made a nice move inside, lost this defender, but couldn't get it directed onto frame. Oh.
And number 23, Brunette, is who replaced Bolding, number 6. And this is not uncommon to what Coach Andrew did in the last match, where he made changes early against that Legends FC, and that was a decision to be made.
Looks like we got a little bit of information from KSA here.
All right.
For their roster as UMA come down into a threatening area.
UMA sliding it across, still back in play. Just
Oh,
not able to
so
get it to him,
close.
but that's okay because UMA still has a chance. Cervantes sliding it across.
Finding that space.
Trying a little bit of a give and go there.
He's got somebody off to the left.
Kim. He's got such a great foot. Forward.
Oh.
Hard challenge by Kalonji. Here's an opportunity. Still in possession. Shot taken. Oh, it's a goal. What a wonderful goal for UMA.
They worked that really well. Just, again, that work rate. They kept on challenging, getting closer and closer. Chance after chance, and finally they converted.
We take a look at this one. Cone Park with the goal. You see here he has the opportunity, and he just shoves it right past the defender. Nothing he could do. And it is 1-1 here at Charlie Jordan Field.
Critical time to get back into this game. We got a brand new game now at 1-1.
32nd minute is when Cone Park, number 9, is able to put that one past the keeper. And that one's out.
Did we check the hashtag response time? Did they make it within that?
Well, the first goal came very, very early, so it was well beyond that 5-minute response.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, that's where Kalonji is now. So.
And there's a foul committed by Cervantes.
I'll wait until the 37th minute to see if they.
Again, we were questioning, Coach Andrew with making that change so early, and you see it immediately impacts the game.
That's why he's on the sideline coaching, and we're up here doing commentary.
Oh, what a back heel.
Oh, nice work.
Send forward.
UMA has their
Brunette. Over to the goal scorer Park. Dancing into the box. Trying to get around the two. Able to do so, but right into the arms of the keeper.
Good defense there by Kalonji, but he still managed to get a shot off, if weakly. And again, you see that work rate of UMA.
They press so well as a squad. That's going to be a foul.
That's what'll be interesting if they make it into the playoffs. That type of play can make a difference.
Everything starts over once you make the playoffs. The only team that gets a bye is that first place team, whoever that is, whether that be Atlanta United Academy or if that is Dalton United as it stands right now. Some things can change. Here's an opportunity for UMA. Tony Kim, he dances around one player. He's on two. He gets around them. He gets knocked out. It will be a corner for UMA.
You see 3 players collapse in on him. They know the danger man when they see him. Phenomenal player, Kim.
Oh, he's destined to be a player that's going to be a professional.
And that's a guy I want to see in the playoffs. See what he can do.
And Kim over the ball. He's going to be the one giving us this in-swinger. Lifted into the box. Headed straight up in the air by Kalonji. Then sent forward. Oh, and that one almost found its way into the box.
It almost rubbed that side post.
And the goalkeeper had nothing but just a view of it. He was just a spectator. Watch this ball come into the box, head straight it up in the air, and hit, and he just watches it go by.
Inches wide.
I do not. This is one of the things that UMA is going to have to keep an eye on, and is going to have to press the pace. Is the fact that you're not seeing any goal kicks from this goalkeeper or any punts. It's just going to be throws and light kickouts.
Play it out of the back. Kalonji certainly has the skill to play it like that out there, but you know it becomes an issue if you allow yourself to get behind. You start chasing the game or trying to get ahead in the game.
36 minutes into this match, 1-1 is our score.
And Kalonji do need a result here. I mean, they may feel safe in the playoffs, but
this is a match that UMA needs a result to secure their playoffs.
Right.
I mean, they still need a little bit of luck with some of the other teams because this is their last match of the season.
Oh, here they come again.
Here's an opportunity for UMA into the box, trying to work around that defender. He falls down, but that's nothing that's going to earn a penalty in any way, shape, or form.
Good work from the defender there from Kalonji. Matched the speed, was able to wrestle him off the ball. Ooh,
just stole that from Kalonji. That was just too easy. UMA, look at this movement. Cervantes into the box. Keeper having to come out. He just kicks it forward.
Yeah, that's a field player there.
Yeah, there's no hand skills from that goalkeeper in Kalonji's box right now. This one's headed over to the left-hand side. Partridge puts it back into play. 23. Brunette, he's able to control it there. Cervantes. Brunette. That gets knocked out. Will be a throw for UMA.
I think Kalonji not having their regulars. I mean, you see what I'm looking at now. UMA has a passing game that I'm used to seeing from Kalonji. You know, very quick, slight, progression, movement down the field. Don't see it with Kalonji right now. Kalonji's doing long ball and counterattacks.
Nice little flick by Cervantes, but it's going to go out for a throw for Kalonji. And the other thing to think about is when we talk about Kalonji, half of their squad has been cut in half. You know, their squad's been cut in half because their once U23 academy is now what is called SSL.
That's true. Yeah. And SSL is coming to their own. And they're proving a point that they feel like they're better than the Kalonji half, the pro-profile half of the Kalonji Academy.
And we covered that Kalonji derby several weeks back. And Kalonji coming out on top 5-3 in that match. And that was a horrible throw. And I think is Mary going to call that a foot foul or just making him retake that? It is going to be a foot foul.
Is a position. Was it? Oh, no, you're right. Foot
because
foul.
He didn't bring that ball behind his back of his head when he threw it in.
Yeah, it did look pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. But, well, he had possession there for a second.
Well, that's the thing. When, our coaches used to tell us when I play, you lose a ball like that, just go get it back.
Yeah. The only other team that is almost done with their season is SSL. They will be away to Club the Strongest.
Certainly a winnable game for them.
They're sitting at 17 points in third place right now. Right now, as it stands, 18 points is guaranteed lock into the playoffs.
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, I think Kalonji, I think they're safe for the playoffs, but I think that home field advantage, the higher seeds get the home field advantage in the playoffs all the way to the final.
Here comes another substitution for UMA. Didn't see who it was that came off.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. So not used to watching for substitutions in the first half.
He looks like he had a knock on his, he was kind of showing that he was kicked in the shin.
Oh.
There's a ball forward, controlled.
Those feel
UMA.
worse in this weather, too.
Yeah, especially this weather, like we were saying, 50 degrees.
And for you people up north, that's cold down here.
Yeah. Number 17 is who replaced the player that came off.
Yeah, somewhere my wife is laughing, having come from Detroit.
I believe it might have been DJ Shin that came off, which is ironic. Shin getting injured in the shin, but you know.
Yeah, we went there. Sorry.
Sorry. Commentator's
nice
curse.
move.
You got to have some sort of laughter. But here's an opportunity for Kalonji on that far side, and it gets knocked out to be a throw.
I tell you what, this first half has flown by. We're in the 40th minute, 41st minute.
Long shot taken,
Oh,
and
not
that one hits
bad.
the American bar, and it'll go out for a goal kick for UMA.
Just over. And I think that's, you know, I think we see now how the rest of this game's going to go about. I think Kalonji not really doing the normal short pass possession play that they're used to. They're going to play the rest of this game probably counterattack and long shots, whereas UMA is going to do the short pass and ticky-tack type play.
Number 17 is Allard that came into the match for UMA just a few moments ago.
No foul.
Down, but no foul.
Mary says, get up.
I do not see number 14 Shin out there, so that's got to be who was replaced
Yeah.
for UMA. Here's an opportunity. UMA just needs to press. Kalonji able to work out of it. On that far side.
Really harassing Kalonji. Kalonji's trying to work themselves out of that. Have done so. You may still look organized, though. Like I said, Kalonji, they've had this possession from time to time in their own half. But the way UMA are pressing and hustling, they're not able to do a lot with it, so they're having to really look for those openings like they did for the goal. As a matter of fact,
Switching
here's
it
one.
over here to the near side. Able to have possession, but
Nice
just
shoulder charge.
muscled
Nice.
off that ball by
Nice.
UMA. Beautiful work by the defender.
Textbook shoulder charge there.
Cervantes maintaining his space. It was a bit of a lazy first touch by the Kalonji player, allowed Cervantes to clear that space. Trying to work down that line on that far side, not able to get it to the streaking UMA player. Kalonji. Here in the 44th minute. Maybe have 1 to 2 extra stoppage time minutes, but I wouldn't suspect more than that. We've had a very quick first 45. That ball hit straight up in the air by Cervantes, but he comes back, makes up for that mistake.
He recovered like lightning fast. I thought the Kalonji player was in on goal.
Here comes Kim. He's able to hold off the Kalonji player, makes it around 1, but not around 2. Kalonji, good turn, able to get it forward, a little bit of a give and go, and that is a all-ball tackle.
Yep.
Great work by UMA.
And the referee Fernandez pointed it out.
She was right there. And there's another good tackle, this time by Kalonji. Good work by both sides here. Cervantes deflected that, but it goes right into the path of the midfield Kalonji. So entertaining these 45 minutes.
It really has been.
Great work by Aller.
Can somebody steal a goal right before half? That's the
Partridge
question.
sends it long. We're in stoppage time. I want to say I just saw 2 minutes held up by the fourth official, Dre.
Sounds about right.
Kalonji player down on that far side. The big topic coming into this match, Dre, is we're seeing a lot of backup players for Kalonji Pro-Profile. UMA coming in really needing a result to secure their opportunity into the playoffs.
Looks like it's a leg injury there.
And Kalonji Pro-Profile really doesn't have much, if any, substitutes for this match.
And I tell you, I think that's been the problem for Kalonji, not having a settled 11. At the beginning of the season, on the Center Circle podcast, I had said that if they focus on UPSL play, nobody can beat them.
Ethan, and that is going to be the first half all written up. So we go into halftime, 1-1 between Kalonji Pro-Profile and UMA FC. It has been a very entertaining first 45 here at Charlie Jordan Field at Shiloh Stadium. Now, the thing to talk about when we look at today and this weekend for the UPSL Georgia Premier Division, you look at the schedule. So far, Kalonji Pro-Profile lost to Potros FC on Wednesday 2-1. Last night, Atlanta United Academy was able to beat Los Tigres 6-1. Kalonji Pro-Profile's taking on UMA right now. Later on, North Georgia United welcomes FC Birmingham. And then tomorrow, 3 matches. Vino Tinto Atlanta against Atlanta United Academy. Atlanta City FC versus Atlanta Rovers. That is a monster match that we're going to be bringing you at 3 o'clock. And then the last match of the weekend, Club the Strongest, Atlanta versus Potros FC at 5. And the reason why that match matters so much, Dre, is when you look at the table, you can see that right now Atlanta City FC is the one team that could break the heart of UMA FC depending on the results, because they are the ones that UMA knocked out of the playoffs. So if the Rovers can defeat Atlanta City, that really puts UMA in the driver's seat if they can get a result today.
Yeah, that's a game that I'm sure the UMA players and staff are going to be watching tomorrow if they win this game tonight or get a result tonight, because that can make or break their season in the playoffs. And so for Atlanta City, they're going to be playing to be in the playoffs. They have a team strong enough to get there. But, yeah, I mean, and as far as Rovers, they're trying to climb themselves up to the upper half of the playoff picture so they can get some home field advantage. But right now it's wide open, man. It's every game counts, every point counts. Goal difference is going to come into play probably. So every goal counts, every point you see in every game that you watch. It's all very interesting.
Yeah, exactly, Dre. One team that I've been really surprised and really happy to see them turn their season around has been North Georgia United. They started the season in such a bad form, and the last few weeks they've started to pull it out and get into that midway of the season. They're still mathematically able to make the playoffs, as crazy as that sounds.
Yeah,
but they've got to play FC Birmingham, Atlanta Rovers, and Kalonji Pro-Profile.
Yeah, and those are games they can get a result from. And it is interesting, like you say, when the season started out, we were worried about relegation for them. They had a really, really poor start. And then they hit a really good patch in the middle of the season, which has put them in the mid-table position, so in the lower half of the mid-table, with, like you say, mathematical chance at a playoff still with the games that they have to play. So all to play for all these guys, every goal counts.
Vino Tinto and FC Birmingham both with 8 points, just like North Georgia, still technically mathematically there because Vinotinto, they play Atlanta United tomorrow, but then they've also got to play Dalton United and the Strongest. So it's going to be a hard ask for them to make it into the playoffs. FC Birmingham, they play North Georgia United, Legends FC, and then Atlanta Rovers. So they have a little bit of an easier path with some of the teams that have a little bit of a lower record so far this season, but it's still not an easy task for Coach Goldfarb's Birmingham squad. They would really have to fight their way in the playoffs. And when you talk about FC Birmingham, they've been in the playoffs twice, been knocked out twice in that first round.
Yeah, they're looking to improve upon that. I'm sure Coach Goldfarb has been very disappointed with the results in the playoffs. And I'm sure he was expecting a better performance in the regular season this season. So, these final games that they have to play, I'm sure that they're going to put their best out there to try to, catapult themselves up to one of those playoff spots if the teams above them falter.
And Atlanta City, the last team on the outside looking in at 12 points, they've got to take tomorrow Atlanta Rovers FC, and then they're away to Potros FC. So it's going to be also a big ask for them as well, two quality teams this season to try to fight their way back into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle, I think, for Atlanta City because those are two solid teams that are going to have to play against. And they have a lot of talent. I mean, they were able to tie Dalton and get results, but it's still a big ask with what's at stake for these teams,
So that's going to do it here for the first 45 of this match between UMAFC and Kalonji Pro-Profile. We're going to end this first 45 at 1-1. We'll be back in a few moments. Stay with us and get ready for what is going to be a fantastic 45. Don't go away, everybody. See you in just a few moments.
Hey, Coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
in the Premier Division from top to bottom, and it's proven so. And so, yeah, these last two match weekends are going to be interesting to see how that's this season. He's shown himself to be quality, even though he spent most of the time away from the team.
That one just gets kind of lashed out. An opportunity for UMA. Able to get around Diaz, tries to take the shot, is Robinson, but not able to get it on. That's a deflection, and that will be a corner for you.
And here they come now. They got
Kalonji trying to find a path.
Oh,
That
he's
mistake by UMA, and that
yeah.
leads to a Kalonji goal. What a mistake. Sent into the box, cleared away. Now remember, Kalonji Pro-Profile do not have their typical goalkeeper. Here's an opportunity, had to push that over the bar. He's able to do so. And it's possibility, can he make the shot? Just wasted that opportunity because the keeper was all the way out. But here's a chance. UMA not able to control it, and it goes out for a throw. Side, good step by DJ Shin, but they lose possession. And a great sliding challenge there for UMA. Partridge, that ball forward. Here's an opportunity for UMA.
He's got help down the middle.
Hits it, and he just pulls it wide, and it'll go out for a goal. Now they're back on track. There was a little bit of a tug from the UMA player. Fernandez didn't make the call, but she makes that call there.
Yeah, I think maybe keeper in there too. You might be able to take advantage of. We'll see what happens.
Four-man wall. Hit long, low. He's able to get a nice foot save.
Excellent.
Is the keeper. Kalonji. Here's an opportunity. Still in possession. Shot taken. It's a goal. What a wonderful goal for UMA. Wow. Lifted into the box. Headed straight up in the air by Kalonji. Then sent forward. And that one almost.
Minute. 41st minute.
Long shot taken.
And
that one hits the American bar, and it'll go out for a goal.
Very competitive in the Premier Division from top to bottom, and it's proven so. And so, yeah, these last two match weekends are going to be interesting to see how that's this season. He's shown himself to be quality, even though he spent most of the time away from the team.
That one just gets kind of lashed. An opportunity for UMA. Able to get around Diaz, tries to take the shot, is Robinson, but not able to get it on. That's a deflection, and that will be a corner for.
And here they come now. They got
Kalonji trying to find a path. That
he's
mistake by UMA, and that leads to a Kalonji goal. What a mistake. Sent into the box, cleared away. Now remember, Kalonji Pro-Profile do not have their typical goalkeeper. Here's an opportunity, had to push that over the bar. He's able to do so. And it's possibility, can he make the shot? Just wasted that opportunity because the keeper was all the way out. But here's a chance. UMA not able to control it, and it goes out for a throw. Side, good step by DJ Shin, but they lose possession. And a great sliding challenge there for UMA. Partridge, that ball forward. Here's an opportunity for UMA.
He's got help down the middle.
Hits it, and he just pulls it wide, and it'll go out for a goal. Now they're back on track. There was a little bit of a tug from the UMA player. Fernandez didn't make the call, but she makes that call there.
Yeah, I think maybe keeper in there too. You might be able to take advantage of. We'll see what happens.
Four-man wall. Hit long, low. He's able to get a nice foot save.
Excellent.
Is the keeper. Kalonji. Here's an opportunity. Still in possession. Shot taken. It's a goal. What a wonderful goal for UMA. Lifted into the box. Headed straight up in the air by Kalonji. Then sent forward. And that one almost.
Minute. 41st minute.
Long shot taken.
And
that one hits the American bar, and it'll go out for a goal.
Very competitive in the Premier Division from top to bottom, and it's proven so. And so, yeah, these last 2 match weekends are going to be interesting to see how that's this season. He's shown himself to be quality, even though he spent most of the time away from the team.
That one just gets kind of lashed. An opportunity for UMA. Able to get around Diaz, tries to take the shot, is Robinson, but not able to get it on. That's a deflection, and that will be a corner for.
And here they come now.
Kalonji trying to find a path.
Oh,
that
he's
mistake
open.
by UMA, and that leads to a Kalonji goal. What a mistake. Sent into the box, cleared away. Now remember, Kalonji Pro-Profile do not have their typical goalkeeper. Here's an opportunity, had to push that over the bar. He's able to do. And it's possibility, can he make the shot? Just wasted that opportunity because the keeper was all the way out. But here's a chance. UMA not able to control it, and it goes out for a throw. Side, good step by DJ Shin, but they lose possession. And a great sliding challenge there for UMA. Partridge, that ball forward. Here's an opportunity for UMA.
He's got help down the middle.
Hits it, and he just pulls it wide, and it'll go out for a goal. Now they're back on track. There was a little bit of a tug from the UMA player. Fernandez didn't make the call, but she makes that call there.
Yeah, I think maybe keeper in there too. You might be able to take advantage of. Let's see what happens.
4-man wall. Hit long, low. Oh, he's able to get a nice foot save.
Excellent.
Is the keeper. Kalonji. Here's an opportunity. Still in possession. Shot taken. Oh, it's the goal. And welcome back here to Charlie Jordan Field, Shiloh Stadium, Snellville, Georgia, for this second half of Kalonji Pro-Profile versus UMA FC. 1-1 is where we stand here in this match. 17th minute, Kalonji scored. Coming back in the 32nd minute was number 9 Park for UMA. Kalonji Pro-Profile, they're going to get us started here in this second half. They are going to be moving from left to right in their bronze and black kits. UMA in their red tops and blue shorts, they're going to be moving from right to left. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar for Atlanta Soccer Media Group, bringing you all the coverage here for this UMA Georgia division action. Thanks for coming along with us.
Oh, will this second 45 show us today?
We had a great, entertaining first 45. Only one piece of plastic issued.
Yeah, that first half just flew by. A lot of good work. UMA showing a good work rate. Kalonji showing to be dangerous on the counterattack.
And great work by some of our friends out there in the UPSL division, reminding us that it was Henry receiving a red card late in that match between Potros and Kalonji Pro-Profile, the reason why he's not here tonight.
I'm not sure how I forgot about that. That was a big point in the game.
Got a little strange there at the end of that match.
Yeah, it did. Great result for Potros as they prepare for playoff
gotta
play.
tip my hat to, and we said it in that broadcast and we say it today, Potros FC have done just a fantastic job this season.
Yeah, they really have. After taking a season off, got themselves reorganized.
Coach Ignacio doing a fantastic job with the squad. Christopher Aronga on the management side doing a fantastic job getting that squad revitalized, and they are just really enjoying to watch.
Again, Again,
that is a change that we see here, Dre. A newly entered player for Kalonji Pro-Profile. That's number 7, Anthony Sumo.
He must have arrived late.
He must have been off doing other things because he's newly entered. We'll see if that makes any changes for Kalonji Pro-Profile.
Can't see anybody's shirt number.
It's very hard with those bronze kits.
Yeah, it's the bronze
Again,
shirts and the black letters.
For
or
those
black numbers, rather.
For those teams out there that want to wear dark kits, take a lesson from Vino Tinto Atlanta. Black kits with neon yellow numbers. It's so easy for everyone to follow who's on the ball. That ball goes out for a UMA throw.
Yeah, that's going to be a critical addition there, though, for Kalonji with Sumo there. He has a lot of influence on the game. Very strong on the ball, holds up on the ball very well. But he's going to need service. And against UMA, who has this amazing work rate so far in this game, that's not going to be an easy task.
They were able to switch it over to Partridge. He goes all the way back to Kang. Kang sends it forward. Not able to get it, but they still have possession. Kim lays that one off. That ball over to number 25, sending it forward. And that one goes out for a goal kick.
So it looks like the second half is starting much as the first half played out. UMA very industrious, and they're closing down against Kalonji. Kalonji soaking up pressure, trying to hit on the counterattack. So we'll see if that develops.
25 is a substitute that UMA made during the half. Sungyoung Park, number 25. See if we can determine who he replaced. Long ball, trying to get it up to Sumo.
That's what I mean about that service. He's going to need help getting that ball.
A few substitutes made for UMA during that half, because I also see number 2 out there.
Well, I hope you have the scorecard on that, because
I'm doing my best I can over here.
And for those listening, ASMG is looking for a statistician, so go ahead and contact us and let us know if you're interested.
I don't have a name listed for number 2 for UMA, unfortunately. Number 25. Again, Sungyoung Park. So 5 changes made for UMA in this match so far. You can make 7 changes in a UPSL match. Far side, Kalonji starting to have some possession here in these first few minutes. First 5 minutes of this second half.
Yeah, this is what they need, too. They need a little bit of possession.
Bad touch,
very bad
but
touch.
Kim just not able to control that ball, and it rolls all the way back to the keeper. Need to exploit that opportunity of that backup keeper for today's match is UMA. They need to try to work out of here with 3 points so they can solidify their opportunity in the playoffs. Here's a chance for Kalonji Pro-Profile down that far side, but not able to lift it over to a player, and it's into Ethan's possession.
I think that's exactly what he was trying to do, but he just got it all wrong there.
That was Phillips that was trying to lift that ball up for Kalonji, and he just got it all wrong.
So, he's going to try to work themselves out.
Kim coming all the way back in the midfield, able to get that ball forward, not able to control that touch. In that pass, gives Sumo an opportunity. Good ball lifted over, shot, slot across. Just enough of a touch from the defender to clear it out. Will be a throw. That was a really, really good opportunity for
Yeah.
Kalonji Pro-Profile.
Weird sequence of play for the defenders from UMA, though, because when that ball came across, I thought the defender would make sure that it gets out, but he kind of stepped past it.
You can see right here, and he just kind of pushes it with enough to get it to
Yeah,
go
he's-
by.
Boy, if that Kalonji player could have collected that on the left side, could have slotted that in pretty easily.
And here's another substitution for UMA. That should be all 7 for the day.
It's really strange to have so
Or I
many.
should say that should be number 6.
If we got all the subs done at halftime, that is 6 or 7 now.
Yeah, it should be number 6. Those substitutions that Coach Andrew made in the first half led right to a goal immediately. We'll see what these substitutes for the second half do for them.
The conditioning of these players is just phenomenal.
Almost able to earn possession there. Kalonji threading that needle very, very tightly with these passes in the backfield. Sumo holding up play. Cone Park trying to win the ball, not able to do so. Made its way into the midfield. Starting to move down that far side. Phillips. Great clearance there by UMA, but they still earn a throw. Kalonji.
Yeah, and how about that play of Sumo again, coming all the way back to that defensive mid area to help retrieve the ball to try to get that counter going again. Kalonji looking a little bit more organized this half so far.
And Kalonji, maybe one substitute that they have remaining. Maybe.
Who knows, it's hard to tell.
Like we said today, not something that we're used to down here in the South. Current weather, 50 degrees with 11-mile-an-hour winds. Just able to keep that in. Partridge, good work by the defender. They're able to send it forward.
Oh, mishit, but
Still in control by Kalonji, but this is what UMA will be happy to allow. Allow shots to be taken from 30, 40 yards out, which are easily able to be defended.
That's sort of the way it went in the first half, with Kalonji scoring on a mistake by UMA.
Cut that pass off, up to Tony Kim.
He
He
saw
makes
that
the turn. He's moving forward, around 2 defenders. Does he have the pace to get to it? No, he is not, and that ball gets cleared out, but it's going to be a throw.
Oh, the hustle,
Deep,
though.
deep, deep in the third of Kalonji Pro-Profile. All that comes from the hustle of Tony Kim, number 29 of UMA.
What a joy to see when you see that type of play.
Headed back into service, into the box. Going to be a foul committed by Kalonji Pro-Profile, it looks like.
That's an interesting position, too.
She's calling a foot up for the foul. Is Mary Fernandez, our center official.
Studs up.
Did she also hand out a piece of plastic?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it was just she was just kind of saying this is where it's going to
gonna
be.
Yeah.
So we're looking at about not even a yard out of the box, Dre. I'm seeing the yard line of the box right there where the ball is.
Yeah, it's really
And
hard
about
to see,
maybe
probably.
a half a yard out of it. So, I mean, this is right on the edge of the box. Tony Kim sitting on top of the ball, ready to service it in. Two-man wall, slid across, not able to get it to anybody at UMA.
Poorly done.
Not exactly the best skill there.
Expect better from
Tony
Yeah.
gets around 2 players, but he goes down, trying to earn a foul, wasn't going to get it, but they cut the pass off.
already.
UMA back in possession, doing so good of closing space on Kalonji in this match.
That's that
Cervantes,
philosophy.
he switches it, but Kalonji able to head that ball forward.
they harass the Kalonji players on not giving them any time on the ball.
UMA not afraid to put in the hard challenges when need be. This is really the first opportunity that these two teams have faced each other.
Yeah. Lose the ball, just go back and get it. That seems to be the philosophy for UMA.
This isn't the first time that UMA has been here to Charlie Jordan Field at Shiloh Stadium. They've taken on SSL numerous times, both in Division I in the spring and in the fall here. And they've had victory here at Charlie Jordan Field, so they know that they can pull off a win if need be. Not able to get that into the path of a teammate. Kalonji just moving the ball. This is one of the things that Kalonji will try to do, is they'll just try to slowly move the ball around, and this is not.
Yeah, but you know, UMA is kind of forcing the issue a little bit by that strong press that they have.
I was going to say, this is something UMA is not going to allow them to do. They're going to force them to make quick decisions.
I think that's sort of like Kalonji has an intimidating kind of effect on teams sometimes, to where they're afraid to press and they stand off them, which gives Kalonji a lot of time on the ball to move it and look for those spaces, but they're not getting that with UMA.
Long ball forward. Defense is just able to clear it.
Yeah, sure the keeper was telling him to get that ball out. Don't pass it back.
It was great press by Combe Park there. Forced Kalonji to clear it. Partridge, he heads it back forward.
Oh, nicely.
Park trying to get it over to Kim.
Yeah.
What a ball to Kim. Can he finish?
Oh.
He was able to get around the defender for a moment. That was such a great ball forward to Kim.
Beautiful, beautiful ball over the top for him, but looks like the defender did just enough to put him off.
Kim, very astute with both his left and right. Kalonji working that far side. Bad touch. Allows UMA to possess again. Up to Kim. He makes a turn. Dances around the defender.
Kim is just freaking amazing.
Slots it through two defenders. Still in possession is UMA. Lifting it into the box, but cleared out from Kalonji Pro-Profile. Man, just the way that this UMA team moves is just so fun to watch.
Looking at Kim, is he messy in disguise? I mean, he's just really moving around the defenders at will.
Just didn't get a good touch on that ball to go out for a goal kick. Take a look at this movement just a few moments ago from UMA, and you can see here, gets around the defender, and that's the one that goes out for a throw. Long ball trying to get it up to Sumo. Is he on sides? I believe he is. And that one, he bottles it. That should have been 2-1 Kalonji Pro-Profile.
I was ready to say goal
Sumo.
on that one. He beat the offside trap, and he just got the shot all wrong. It's like it bubbled up at the last minute for him.
This ball forward, he gets around Partridge. He's got it. All he has to do is put it away, and he just cannot do it. He's even hitting it with his predominant left foot,
yeah,
and he just pulls it wide. Oh, he's going to think about that one all the way home.
Could it be, Larry, that he had a lot to think about maybe? He was just thinking too much about
It's
where
possible.
he wanted to place it, and it just...
And the fact that he has, he just came in the second half,
yeah.
isn't really up to game speed like the rest of the squad, but he did catch Partridge completely off guard there. Partridge will have to remember that, because here's another opportunity this time around for UMA. Can they do something with the ball through? The defender's able to hold him off, clears it out for a throw. Another opportunity, this time on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, with Sumo, though, that's the kind of ball you would expect to be very happy to see him get a hold of because, you know, it's certain to go back into the back of the net, but just got that last touch wrong.
Park sends it over to Partridge. He's going to lift it into the box. Not able to head it down. Cleared away, sent back forward, and again cleared away by Kalonji. Back into play. Kim, not able to control it. Man, end-to-end action we're seeing now here. Kalonji Pro-Profile and UMAFC 1-1.
Wow, nice move on the right side.
Sumo trying to get around Partridge and Kang. He's able to do so, but nobody there for Kalonji.
Still Kalonji, though.
They come back, get control, headed out. Hit, and that one's hit wide.
Not far off, though. Good long-range effort. Good approach play from Kalonji. Had a few of those.
UMA having to defend by all means necessary here. You watch this again. Headed away, and this shot rifled in, but it's just pulled wide. 63 minutes into this contest.
Well, this game has not lost any of its energy that started in the first half.
Good movement by UMA there. Sent long down that far side. Just able to control it, but right into the path of Park. Nice little movement on that far side. Still able to control it. Straight up into the air. Phillips is able to get it forward. Now Kalonji on the counter. And that's going to be a foul. You saw the tug back early. Mary Fernandez allowed the advantage to be played. In the second foul, she's going to let that ball go all the way back to just past midfield. Get us back underway.
This is the kind of game, Larry, where it can be won late with a late goal. Things happen so quickly both ways.
And this is the type of match, Dre, where we could see late goals back and forth from both sides.
Great game for the neutral. Nerve-wracking for those who are behind either team.
We hope all of you watching at home are enjoying what we're watching here at Charlie Jordan Field. A bit of a mistake by Cervantes, allowing Kalonji to move it forward. Here's a shot. Oh, and it hits the American football, and it's out for a goal kick.
That's the second opportunity Kalonji have had where they've mishit the shot.
You see here on this opportunity, mistake there by Cervantes. Slides it across, shot taken, not able to control his body properly, and allows that ball to go up and out for a goal kick.
Got a bit under that one, ballooned it over.
Kim just lifts that one up and out.
I think the drizzling has stopped. Just a little chilly right now.
Again, thank you to our sponsors for helping us provide coverage for this match. Images Frozen in Time and Non-Pro Soccer, giving us all the statistical coverage that we can have for this match. Offsides there by Kalonji Pro-Profile.
Cross with nobody there. Yeah, for those watching, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll have other content during the week, including the Center Circle podcast, which will return in time for the playoffs. We'll have other features that are coming up, and a special announcement probably in the next week or two. But you'll have to subscribe to find out.
We like special announcements. Kalonji getting us back underway, moving down this far side, or near side, excuse me. But Partridge cuts that pass off. UMA getting out of the midfield. Partridge lifting it across.
Oh, he's got somebody.
He's trying to get it to Kim, just not able to get it to him. Got to remember, we're dealing with winds over 10 miles an hour, so it gets up in the air and it starts to have funny business, not going exactly the way you want it to.
Yeah, it's really gusty out there. That'll be a foul. Put back into play quickly.
Kalonji get us back underway. Sumo right back into possession of UMA. Now they counter quickly. Park is fouled right
outside the area.
Right
there.
outside the area. I mean, you're talking
A couple of yards outside.
3-4 yards out of the box.
Just took his feet as he tried to cut back. Puts them in a pretty decent spot here for Kim. He can actually go straight for goal here.
Again, Tony Kim over the ball, three-man wall. Is it enough to get up and over? Four-man wall.
Plenty of red shirts forward. Try to go through.
Deflected off of the wall, and it goes out. Will be a corner. First corner we've had in quite some time.
Yeah, I think his aim was to get over and down, but I think he couldn't get it over that wall. Wall did its job. Another set piece opportunity here for UMA.
This will be an in-swinger. Able to clear it with a punch is the keeper.
Yeah, good work from the keeper there. Clear that out, but here come UMA
Lifted
again.
back in, controlled by Kalonji. Sumo, he receives it. Starts to make the run down this near side. He stops, looks for somewhere to go,
couldn't quite
but
get it through.
not able to find the teammate that's trying to make a run on that far side. UMA. Kang is making his way through the midfield. He slides it over, trying to get it to number 9. Not able to do so. Park, Cone Park. That one just a little too far forward.
I'd like to see if UMA could get Kim more involved since he's come on. Quite the
Stepping
impact
forward,
player.
Partridge. He's able to get it to Kim. Here we go. Can we get what Dre wanted? Give and go to Kim. Not able to get it past those two defenders. And that's the thing with Kim. He knows when to turn it on and when to turn it off. Long shot taken by UMA. He's one of those players that he doesn't use any unnecessary movement. When he sees that there's no chance, he just shuts it down.
Oh, so this must be the
This
seventh.
has to be the final substitute of the day for UMA. Number 12 is going to be coming on. We'll see who he's replacing. Number 20, Partridge. He's had an unbelievable cap tonight. He has played really, really hard on this near side defense, a left defender role. He's going to be replaced by number 12.
Well, I tell you what's going to be hard to do for either side is the man of the match.
Definitely. Because both of these two teams have played sensational. It's probably going to come down to winning goal.
Yeah.
Kim, he's moving forward. Tried to slot it into the box, not able to do so. Now here comes Kalonji going down the far side. They've swapped sides between Phillips and Sumo. Sumo's now on that far side.
They seem to have a free roll right now.
Stepped up, blocked that pass. He's got a path forward.
Speed.
Phillips. Shot taken. What a great save by
great
Ethan.
Save.
Had to get that one right because Kalonji had space there.
He created that opportunity just from just straight speed, coming down that right side, just outran his defender.
Gets around the newly entered defender.
Oh, critical save from Ethan there. And you said it earlier, it's back and forth. Just when you think UMA have the advantage, Kalonji comes down the other side with their own advantage.
This is be an in-swinger.
Wide.
Taken low,
Oh,
and that was just
another missed hit.
absolutely bundled there.
He was in a lot of space too. Maybe he had a little bit more time than he realized. Put it back in again, just like the first half, man. The second half is speeding by.
We're already in the 73rd minute. 1-1 is still our goal, our score here at Charlie Jordan Field. I do not think we will probably end that way, but that's where we're still at. Lifted into the box. Here's an opportunity. Can it get through?
Oh
and it
my
does!
gosh.
What a goal for UMA! Just a
Oh
little bit
my
of a
gosh.
touch there, and it's into the back of the net. You would think maybe if Henry was here, maybe he would have had a chance to get a touch on it. But
May have come out
nonetheless,
for it,
UMA, they will earn the goal.
There, it almost looks like he mishit it coming through, and that might have thrown the goalkeeper off.
Look at
a
this
little
ball. It's lifted, and he just barely gets a
Ugh,
touch on it,
just rolled
and
in.
it just rolls into the back of the net. Number 2.
Wow, critical goal, but
2-1 UMA.
what will Kalonji do in response? Hashtag response time, everybody.
It's the 74th minute.
2-1 UMA on the road here.
And I hate to say it because when it comes to UMA, I don't know who number 2 was. He's
Oh,
not
no.
listed on the roster. He must have a different number than what the roster that was sent to us.
We'll find out.
So-
We'll find out who it is. We'd like to give credit to what credit
Yeah.
is due.
They have a good staff over there at UMA, so they'll let us know
Oh.
who did it. Here's a chance for Sumo. He's trying to make his way through. Saved and
Oh.
cleared.
Good effort. Good save.
It's really going to come down to Sumo. What can he do for Kalonji Pro-Profile? Can he help them earn this victory, or at least a draw at this point?
Yeah, he came on. He was kind of starting on the right side. Now he was on the left side. And here come Kalonji again.
Trying to make their way through the midfield, or through the center of the pitch, excuse me. Having to come all the way back. Deflected. Now,
He needed to get rid of
UMA
that ball.
trying to make a transfer. Kim,
Holding. Oh, nice
good turn. Far side. Cervantes.
Got some space.
He's got plenty of space. Over here to Tony Kim on the near side. He's coming into the box. Lets up.
Lost
3
it.
men on him,
He
and he's
too.
going to
Yep.
foul. As
Just
soon
as-
as Kim got to the box, they just swarmed him.
Yeah, he needed to get rid of it quicker with that. I know what he was trying to do, trying to get turned to get that right foot on that shot, but he was cut off.
Sit long to Sumo, but cut off by the UMA defense. This is what UMA needs. They need these 3 points to secure a chance for the playoffs. You make it to the playoffs, it starts completely over, and there's a foul completed on number 10, Cho.
Yeah, they need to win tonight and then watch the game tomorrow. The Rovers in Atlantic City.
Yeah, they're going to spend the next 2 weeks rooting on everybody so that they can earn their first opportunity into the playoffs in the Premier Division in their inaugural season. Lifted forward.
Got a warning from Mary Fernandez about time wasting there, I think.
Kim, or I'm sorry, that wasn't Kim. That was 23, Barnett, Brunette, who took that shot, and it just kind of goes for naught. That's deflected off of UMA. Goes out for a throw for Kalonji Pro-Profile.
Still plenty of time. I think that how quickly these teams are playing and get their chances, there's, still plenty of time.
Sumo makes it around one man, but not the second. Goes out for a throw.
Kalonji will be looking to equalize and go ahead, and I'm sure UMA would love to get an insurance goal. Right now it's still on the knife's edge.
Time is ticking away. Kalonji moving through the middle.
That's a foul,
and
yeah.
that'll be a foul, definitely so. It's going to be committed about 35 yards out.
Yeah, his speed is unsettling UMA when he cuts in like that. He's just leaving the defender behind, so his UMA defender was left with no choice but to push him.
It's right on those near hash lines of the American football system. You got Cervantes all the way forward for UMA with Tony Kim just about 6 or 7 yards behind this shot. Lifted, headed, and it's in for Kalonji Pro-Profile. What a sensational goal for Kalonji.
I said earlier that Kalonji has the height advantage there, and that ball was placed perfectly for that header to go in. Just looped it in over Ethan and goal there.
Take a look at this ball. It's lifted perfectly forward, headed, and nothing that Ethan can do. And that one puts us back to the 2-2 tie here at Shiloh Stadium.
Brand new game. Like I say, things happen quickly. There's plenty of time for both of these teams. And you said it earlier, we might have back and forth goals late in this game. They're going to try to use that speed. Kalonji trying to press a little bit more here.
Sumo coming all the way over.
Yeah, they're going to want, Kalonji wants all the 3 points too.
Yeah, they need it. They, like we talked about, they have several matches in hand. They're always ending the season with a few matches in hand just because they have so many different organizations that they are a part of. That's going to be a foul committed on committed by Kalonji.
Yeah, I think Fernandez wanted to play advantage there, but it didn't develop. But yeah, Kalonji, I think that, like we've said it numerous times before, the fixture congestion that they're under right now, it does them well to get the points when they can because of the fatigue might have an effect on them in these later games.
Back to the keeper.
Way.
Oh, look at this space over there on the far side, allowing UMA to move forward, work around the defender, over to Kim. He's going to take the shot right into the keeper.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was one that could have been a sensational goal for Kim himself.
A beautiful approach play, just lacked that last touch of the shot.
I'm sure Kim would want that one back because he might have had just a little too much time to think about that one.
Yeah,
into his path again. Tugged on his shirt. Still have possession though. Cho. Kim. Lifted forward. Have control of it. Over to that far side. Again, wasn't ready for that pass. Stopped because of a player down.
Right, you want a yellow card? Here you go.
Yep. You want to yell? Got a present for you there, Mr. Sumo.
Yeah, be careful with that. I mean, there's a player down, and she waited for the play to settle. I mean, Kalonji's arguing because they felt like they had a break on, but they really didn't if you look at it. UMA were well placed. I mean, he was down for a while.
It's number 2 who is down. Okay, now I'm pretty confused, Dre, because UMA has another player up like they want to substitute. I thought they had completed all 7.
Well, so that's why I was wondering, like at halftime, did they really make
I don't know.
the substitutions that we were thinking they were making?
Yeah, it's very possible. Like I said, for anybody out there that is interested in being a statistician, ASMG is looking for.
Yeah, shoot us a message on the social media platforms and looking for camera operators, more commentators as we expand coverage of the UPSL Georgia and other leagues as well. So it'll be a drop ball there.
We'll bring you coverage of the UPSL Georgia Premier Division playoffs, as well as we'll bring you a few of the matches here in the Southeast region for the national tournament, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a very interesting division. Competitions going on across the UPSL. It'll be a throw for UMA. We're now under 10 minutes to go.
Just entering the 84th minute, 2-2. Kalonji Pro-Profile, UMA FC. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar, bringing you all of the coverage for Atlantic Soccer Media Group here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. We just got word of some of the dates that are set for the UPSL national tournament once they get past all of the local playoffs.
I think I watched a playoff in the Midwest there with Michigan, and Hamtramck defeated Detroit United to win their division. They've already qualified to be in the national playoffs.
Moving down this left side, near side, over to Kim. He's going to make it into the box and had to punch that out was the keeper.
Oh, it's just goal kick? Yeah, goal kick.
They're going to call it a goal kick, even though.
I think it came off the post, I think.
Yeah. So the way that the national brackets are set up, whoever wins the playoffs for UPSL Georgia will take on UPSL Kentucky Tennessee. That will be either December 16th or 17th.
Last season it was very interesting between the two. It's always a sort of a rivalry that's developing more and more, particularly with Tennessee Tempo.
Yeah, Tempo has been the sole representative of the Tennessee division for quite some time, but they're a few steps behind this season. Pre-college is doing really good, and so is St. Louis Academy.
Corner, here's an opportunity
We'll
here.
see who comes out on top down there in the Kentucky-Tennessee region.
Always exciting there.
In swinger. And that one somehow finds its way into the arms of Ethan. That one almost found its way into the net from that corner.
I don't know how that stayed out. It looked like it was going to be tapped in.
A little bit of a tug back, but he's still able to move forward, is the UMA player. Sent long. Kim.
Nice layoff. Oh.
Just on the outside of the box. Tried a little bit of a give and go, not able to get it to him. It's out for a throw.
87th minute.
Whoever wins in that, and that is a foul committed there, outside of the box about 3 yards. Whoever wins in the nationals between Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia, they'll have to take on the winner of Mid-Atlantic and DMV South. Mid-Atlantic, South Carolina Heat, they have been one of those other big names that come out of this Southeast region. There's so many good teams that are in this Southeast region, it's hard to root for someone specific.
The AR comes out to do what they do, assist
Make
the
sure,
referee.
make sure those 10 yards are completed by Kalonji Pro-Profile. You see they tried to make it 9, 9.5.
One more step. There you go.
Try to gain as many steps as you can. Here we come. Bit of an outswinger. Here it comes. Oh,
man, I thought
that one
going
just
in.
goes by. He thought he had that angle
Yeah.
right.
Decent effort, long range. Why not just go for it? 2-2.
88th minute, we are in.
And I don't
Can
think we're gonna
anyone
get
find a winning goal in this match?
the next one might be it.
Good ball forward. Cho up to Cervantes. Cervantes battling the man more than he was battling for the ball.
He initially tried to get it out on him to get a corner, but didn't work out for him. And I think, like we said, I don't think we're going to get a lot of stoppage time.
Maybe like we had the first half, 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Cleared off the ball was Sumo. Cho. Thought about a little bit of a give and go there to Kim. Elected to swap angles over on that far side. Having to go back. Up, here's a mistake.
important
Now it gives a
interception.
chance for Sumo. What can he do? He slides it across just enough of a touch. Oh, and he's not able to get that pass right. It goes out. It'll be a goal kick.
Why didn't he go for that himself? He tried to get it through the defender. And he had a full head of steam. I thought he would just go around on the left side. Let's see it again. Yeah, he laid it at the feet. He got it back though, and then mishit it again. I mean, do you think, Larry, I mean, him coming in so late, came in the second half because he wasn't here.
And like we said, it's only 50 degrees out there.
Yeah, he's
So
just
you
not
probably
quite
expect
in
he just
sync.
didn't warm up with enough.
So I imagine he's going to
It's
be the
just
key
kind of a
player here.
step off.
So we're in the 90th minute right now. Oh, he's gotten free on the right side.
What can we do here? He makes it around the defender. Not able to make it around the second one.
Yeah, it was going to be difficult. Kalonji did well there in defense.
Lifted forward. Still has possession. Mary's going to call a foul there, right on that edge.
Time is ticking away. Are they going to share the spoils today? Or is somebody going to get a late winner? It's a wide open game, I got to say.
It's been nothing but entertaining these whole 90 minutes. Just waiting to see if we get a notice of how much stoppage time, a foul committed by UMA.
We are officially in stoppage time.
Sent forward, cleared out by UMA. Cervantes now up on top for UMA. That's one of the things that UMA does is they elect to move around who's up on top, utilize pace. Foul committed by Kalonji. UMA trying to get to the ball quickly so they can get back underway. Three men close in on him, but he's able to
Cut
get
the
through, but
defenders.
not able to get that pass up to the streaking Sumo.
Got it back.
Here's another chance. Kalonji looking to break the hearts. Shot taken. Ethan's able to call.
Ooh, almost rolled under him.
He almost
critical.
let that one roll through.
So close. I believe he has Sumo over there on the left side as well. Had some options, but not a bad decision to go for it.
Kalonji putting the screws to UMA now.
UMA trying to hang on to that point.
UMA needs every point.
Oh,
Sumo
he's
called offsides.
Offside, yes.
I
Second,
want to
got
say
a yellow
that-
card on. I'm not sure.
another dissent there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to get at most 3 minutes.
Yeah,
So
we're in the second we're at
in the 92nd
third
minute. I
now,
could have swore I saw. I didn't see it official, but I almost thought I saw Mary put up 3 fingers. But we will see.
That sounds
Foul
about
committed.
Right. I think 3 minutes would be fair enough.
A lot of substitutes in this second half, and the 2 goals, one from both sides.
So we're in those closing
Can
seconds.
we see one more goal before it's all done?
The way these
UMA.
the way these 2 teams play, I wouldn't be surprised.
UMA send it forward, but nobody there to be out for a throw. Is 14 points going to be enough for UMA to make it into the playoffs if it ends 2-2?
Well, they're going to be interested in other results if that's the case.
You need a lot of luck.
I know who's going to be the biggest Atlanta Rovers fan tomorrow.
UMA, send it forward. Here's a turn.
Oh,
UMA.
beautifully done.
Kim, he receives it.
That's the
Trying
guy
to get
you
around
want.
the defender. That gets knocked out. It'll be a corner late in this match.
This may be the last kick of the match here. And that's, I tell you what, that ball fell to the person you want it to fall to. So we're in the 4th minute of stoppage now, so.
This has got to be all she wrote. Kim over the ball. He's going to in-swinger. He plays it short. Oh, but
Oh, he
nobody
laid it
was
off.
there to receive it.
Oh, it didn't clear it properly,
Cho.
Kalonji.
Shot taken. It's
Oh, kick
just
save.
kick saved away, and
That's
is
it.
all she wrote. It's going to end 2-2 here at Charlie Jordan Field, Shiloh Stadium.
Wow, what a finish. There's a flourish there at the end. But I think a fair result based on what we saw today. Both teams played reasonably well. UMA got what's probably going to have to be a valuable point for them, but we'll have to see what with results the rest of this weekend.
Yeah, that will give UMA 14 points. They'll still be currently in 7th place, the last space for the playoffs. Is that enough to get them through? We will find out tomorrow. We'll bring you at 3 o'clock Atlanta City FC versus Atlanta Rovers FC. Atlanta City need 3 points to find their way back into the playoffs.
I tell you what, it's not going to be easy for Atlanta City. They have Rovers next. So tomorrow we're doing that game. So those UMA fans, you're probably going to want to watch that game here on ASMG, because a win by Atlanta City will vault them into the playoffs. But if they lose and then they play Portoros in the last game away at Marietta High School, that's going to be another critical game for them and a very tough one, because Portoros is in form for this last half of the season.
And they're going to be watching FC Birmingham, North Georgia United, and Vino Tinto Atlanta. All 3 of them still mathematically able to make their way into the playoffs. When you look at those 3 teams, North Georgia, they got to take on Birmingham, Rovers, and Kalonji. Vino Tinto, Atlanta United, Dalton, and the strongest. Those 2 teams look like the harder of the 3 to have an opportunity. But when you look at Birmingham, North Georgia, Legends, and the Rovers, they could possibly find their way into the playoffs with 3 decent results. It's all up to them to find their way in.
Yes, it's the games remaining. It's the games remaining for these teams, and they need maximum points to get back into this. And So UMA, unfortunately, they're going to be spectators right now, cheering for opponents
And then
to
some,
get them in there. But they have a definite shot there, but they're going to need a lot of help.
and right now UMA has a goal differential of -4.
That's not so good.
FC Birmingham has a goal differential of -3.
And if they start winning, that goal difference is going to change.
The only other team that's in the playoffs right now that has a negative goal differential is Potros with a -1. Everybody else with a very solid goal differential, especially those two on the top. Atlanta United +28, Dalton United +21. Expect it to be an absolute shootout at the top for the rest of the season with just a few games left, 2 games for each team. Dalton United, they will be playing against Vinotinto Atlanta tomorrow, or on the 18th. And then they play Legends as well. So they have a real good opportunity. United, they play Vinotinto, and then they end their season against Kalonji Pro-Profile. We'll
What a
be
way
able to
to
get
end
to
it.
bring you that match.
Yeah, we'll probably be getting that match to bring to you, and that may be the title decider when you look at it.
Exactly. And we covered that final playoff match in the spring against Dalton United and Atlanta United Academy, and that was one for the ages. If you have a chance, go back and watch that match in our on-demand coverage. That's going to do it here for us here at Charlie Jordan Field. It's been Larry Weaver and Andre Bomar bringing you all the coverage for Atlantic Soccer Media Group. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you tomorrow for Atlanta City FC versus
Atlanta Rovers.
Atlanta Rovers. Sorry, I had a little bit of a gap there.
I thought I would miss my cue.
Yeah, Atlanta City FC versus Atlanta Rovers FC. So until we see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock, thank you, enjoy your night, and we'll see you next time here on the Atlantic Soccer Media YouTube channel.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.